Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today we're going to get in our time machines and go through time. And I want to show you just the progression of the shilling through time, and starting with a coin that is really cool. For those of you who collect US coins, not world coins, some of you, if you're into colonial America, this is what you want. 1787 British shilling. You got the 4 crowns. The designs on these were really fantastic. And so we're going to go through these coins. We also have a couple bonus coins at the end. You'll see a lot of US coins from the colonial period with this guy, Georgie Porgy, on there, George III. And really a pretty nice looking piece overall on this guy. But my main point in showing you this is just to show you kind of the modifications of the coin over time. And, you know, it's kind of interesting to see because we're used to watching the progression of US coins over time. And one of the things that people ask about on some of these coins is all the initials, which I don't have memorized. But like every initial and every time there's a dot, that's where the new letter stands for something completely different. That is not like one big word that just rattles on and on. So that is just lots and lots of words. So 1787, really cool coin. And then we move, let's see, let's get us out of there. These guys lose, and then we're getting up into a little bit later period, 1816. George III is still on there, but look at the modification of portrait here in style, right? And one of the things I think that's kind of cool about this coin is this has such a Roman stylized head to it. Like when I see this coin, it's almost like I'm looking at an ancient, you know, the style. You know, is that Tiberius or is that George, right? And so really somebody did a piece on this, whoever engraved these dies originally. It's pretty brilliant, I think, just because it has that Roman or Latin lure to it, which is really a lure to it. And they decided to get rid of some of the initials, but not all of them. George III, DG, Brit, Rex, FD. And then the back now where you have the crest. Look at that. So this is really a pretty cool area to look at because now you've taken those different crests and kind of put them all together. The harp and the lions, and then the center with the crown on it. And up on the right, is that a lion or a griffin? I'm not sure. But overall, it helps that you get a coin that's really kind of fun to look at. I mean, it's always cool. You know, it's one thing to get the history. It's another thing if you get a little bit of extra toning and eye appeal to it. So 1816. Now we're going to jump ahead 70 years and hop onto a shilling from 1881. And so Queen Victoria, who has an entire era named after her, right? So we think of entire types of furniture and housing and houses based on her name. You know, the Victorian era. And a really neat looking piece overall. Now they went a whole lot more humble and simple with this one shilling design. You know, she has a much more of just a kind of regal demure to her. She doesn't have this bold Roman or Greek look. And then we move ahead into 1896, and now here we have a very, very different look for Victoria as she aged, the older head Victoria, right? So what's interesting to me about this coin is, you know, there's the young head and the old head, or, you know, some people have different terms for it. But this, of course, when you see a movie depicting Victoria, oftentimes she looks like this coin. So if you watch anything from a period piece, you know, they'll have Victoria, and she'll look just like this with the crown, and then the flowing headdress over the crown with the hanging earrings and stuff, and her crown jewels on her chest. And that's what you'll see. And once again, once you get to the other side of the coin, now I like, once again, what's interesting to me about this earlier piece is that they kind of lost the crest. They just had the crown and the wreaths. You know, I don't know what those are, oak, poison ivy, but those guys are a whole lot more like some of the US designs at the time were using the wreaths as a common design and got away from the crest. But here we've got that bold shilling back, 1 shilling, and we're back to the crests, 1896. and the rose in the middle, snowlands on top, and it's just really a pretty piece overall. And then finally you move into the 20th century, and we've got a very simple crown with Edward VII on it. And I got you a couple extra bonus coins to show to you. You know, Edward, poor Edward, you know, his beard, now this coin is worn, mind you, but still his hair, his beard all kind of blend in. A very, very low relief coin. And then this design was used for quite a while with the lion on top of the crown. 1907, so this is a decade before you get into World War I. But what's cool is I've got a couple of little bonus coins to show to you. Of course, one of which is Australia shilling. I'm showing you this because, you know, really in 1942, so this is World War II is going on, and here you've got George VI on the other side of this coin. But I just love the ram on there. I think that's really cool. But one of my all-time favorites is going to be this piece here, which is, we're going back in time again a little bit. This is 1723. 1723 on that. And one of the things that's really neat to me, and some of you may have never seen this before, but this this coin here with George IV, if I get that wrong, forgive me. But here you go, you've got a design that's used, but see the CSSCSS on there? Oh, I know you see it, but I'm just saying, not a Carson City Mint coin. But this is one of the strangest things, strange is the wrong term. This is an unusual piece because they make these coins without those marks on there. So these were made with the South Seas Company silver. So it's intriguing to me because they actually had South Seas Company, SSC, put onto the coin. Now how wrapped up in your what would you say, in your politics is your business? When you get to put the South Seas Company logo, not logo, but initials on your coins, right? I mean, you know, and some of you got offended when, you know, NBA teams started putting like, you know, advertising on their jerseys, right? So think about that. I mean, how in bed were these, you know, the government and the companies when you're like, yeah, we have silver for you guys. Go ahead and put that. Make sure you note where they got that from, because that's going to be a thing. Otherwise, no dice. I doubt that they could say no dice to the king, though. They'd probably get in trouble. And finally, a coin that is completely unrelated, but it is a shilling, and actually one of my all-time favorite designs for a coin. I have no really earthly reason why to tell you or to explain why this coin I like so much. An Irish shilling, the design with the statue on there and the bird. But I love the fact that this coin, it's just thick and it's domed. Like, it's noticeably domed. In person, you can see the dome. It's domed on both sides. And I find that to be just one of the coolest designs ever, because I think, you know, we should make more thick coins. And then it had really nice edge lettering to it. It makes me want to speak Gaelic, right? So is it 1916 or is it 9161? Here we go. It's actually 1966. So one of my favorite coins, completely unrelated except for the fact that it's a shilling, and I wasn't going to make a video just on this coin, although I probably could. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I've been the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.